Welcome back to the channel for another video on our 22 WRX. Got an exciting video for us. We got a new product from Perrin. So let's jump over to the bench and I'll show you what we got. Let's go. So over here at the bench, we do have Perrin Performance's new clutch line for the 22 WRX. It isn't released yet, but I'm assuming this is going to be our part number. Obviously, this one didn't come with any instructions, so Jeff Perrin actually reached out to me to test this part for us. So even though we do have a 6-speed swap, the install should be exactly the same. So we do have our clutch slave down here, this little shiny wire I'm pointing to, and then it wraps around, goes there, and then the hard line comes up and connects here. So the clutch system is slightly different on the 22 WRX than some of the other cars. So this is our brake master, and this feeds our clutch master. So this line right here goes all the way back, and that actually goes inside of the car. So usually the clutch master is located right here. It's actually located inside the car. So if you look underneath the pedals and look up, you will see the clutch master. You can just follow the hard line from the clutch pedal and you can see the clutch master. The line comes out here and connects to this elbow. So we're concentrating on this elbow right here. We're going to connect the new Perrin Performance clutch line right here. It's going to delete this lengthy hard line right here that bends and wraps around against the firewall and then goes to the soft line. So we're going to delete all of that and just have a straight connection from here to our clutch slave that you can see right there. So let me get you guys set up. I'll get you a good view over here. You'll see me take these lines off. There is one bracket back here. You can see the bolt right there. So we do got to take that one bolt off just to get that bracket off. It'll be loose. Then we can take the line off the clutch slave, and then we'll take the hard line off up here, and we'll start reconnecting. So one cool thing about the Perrin line is that it does come with some new hardware. So when I did the 6-speed swap, since the car is new, I mean, we only have about 9,000 miles on it. I didn't replace these copper O-rings or these copper gaskets. So the kit comes with new ones. So we're going to be using these new ones. This is the little adapter. So this is going to screw into the hard line, and then this is going to screw into our Perrin line. So Perrin supplies all of this right here. So enough talking. Let me get you guys set up and we'll get this line taken off. Let's go. All right, quick little update. I got the one bolt out for the bracket and I just broke this elbow. Yeah, you can see on the video, this elbow loose. That was extra tight. So I do have a flared style wrench. It is a 10 mil. It was quite a bit of force to break that loose. So I definitely recommend getting a wrench style like this to avoid stripping or anything like that. So one last bolt to break loose. We just got to get the clutch line off the slave, and then everything should just come out in one piece, and we'll quickly get the new line put on, just snugged up, just to avoid losing too much fluid. But let's get back to it. We got that clutch line off. I did struggle with this. This was like a super pain in the ass to get off. So definitely recommend having that flared style wrench. Because I mean, this thing was on there super tight, but that's how crazy the stock line looks. And all of that is just going to get replaced with this. So not only are we going to replace the whole thing and it's going to be a nice stainless line, but we're also going to remove this rubber hose. Since it is shorter, I'm sure it's going to be a more direct feel with the clutch. So I don't want to wait too much longer. I'm going to get this threaded on to that brass adapter, and I'll get our clutch line put on with our new hardware. Let's go. And just like that, everything's buttoned up and installed. Where's a good view? There's a good view of the Perrin clutch line. So you can see it goes right there. And then the stainless line comes right down and goes right onto our clutch slave. So last thing we need to do is bleed the clutch. So I'm gonna have my wife jump inside the car. She's gonna press on the pedal a few times and we're gonna bleed this clutch. After that, that wraps up this install. So I really like this clutch line, even though I haven't felt it yet. I'm sure this is going to be a huge improvement because, I mean, this is what we removed. We have this like crazy contraption that wraps to the firewall. Then we have a bracket, and then we have our rubber line here. And all of this is being replaced with just a straight line from here to here. So just one little swoop instead of this whole jagged hard line into the soft line. So with it being shorter, we should have a more direct feel of the clutch pedal. And then just by deleting this rubber line, we should have a more direct feel as well. Now this should be the exact same install if you have a STI 6-speed swap or a stock WRX transmission, because this is the same connection point here. And I mean, I didn't modify this at all. And this just bolted right onto the STI trans from the WRX. So this is going to go directly onto the WRX as well, or the WRX transmission as well. When I did the STI 6-speed swap, I did put a ACT Extreme heavy duty clutch in it. So that clutch is much stiffer, and I do think this is going to fix some of the slop I might have had in that pedal. I did feel like it was inconsistent. I bled it so many times. So I know there was no air in the line or anything. But every once in a while, it never happened when I was like shifting quick or anything, but if I was just driving around, sometimes I put it into like first from a stoplight and it would make a little hiccup, like a little grind, or maybe if I put it into third or something. But 99% of the time it didn't do that. It only did that like randomly when I was just basically randomly. And I think that is due to this rubber line just being maxed out with the 600 foot-pounds of torque clutch that we have from ACT. This stock rubber line, I mean, it's only rated for the stock WRX clutch, and obviously we have the STI ACT Extreme in there. So that about wraps up this video. I'm just gonna get this clutch bled real quick, and I'm gonna go for a little test drive. In the next video, we are going to be just going over the 6-speed swap. I have had it in for about 500-600 miles. We are working on getting a retune with Mikey Body. So I do think I have driven enough to kind of work out any kinks that might have been going on. And I can give you my feedback on stuff that I had to replace after the fact and how everything's been going. But that's in our next video. Until next time, guys, see ya.